Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Define on TikTok live with myself, Caitlin. This is a weekly planning session that I host every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Good morning, Jenna. How was your surgery? How are you feeling today? I actually wanted to start this off because today is only the 2nd, so it's the perfect opportunity to make sure that we're all sticking to our trackers this month. So I wanted to go in and add in our water tracking, our fitness, our routine, and our mood. Now, you'll say little you. So I did not track my water yesterday, but I know exactly what I drank. So we're going to go ahead and fill them in. I actually drank, I drank 8 times 1, 8, 20, 16, 24, 32, 4, 38 times 5 is 40. I drank about 40 ounces. Yay, that's so exciting. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to hear that. Good morning, Cindy. So, and you guys, I also wanted to add in, it's our one more chapter. Good morning, Spooky. Our one more chapter book club pick is That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. Good morning, Rachel. How are you guys? How was everyone's weekend? That was the mystery thriller. So the mystery thriller one. It looks so good. I'm very excited about it. I was going to be happy with either one, but okay, this is the month to get back to it. Yes, Spooky. Which one did you read on audio? I think you did too, little you. Aw, and I'm so glad you're doing well. I'm also doing well. I'm excited for a new month. You know, a new month means a new opportunity. I just wanted to start this off with our trackers to remind you all to keep up with them. Oh, I lost it. And then we will go over our weekly spread, and we're going to do it a little differently this week. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. Good morning, Angela. The longest game for heated rivalry. Okay. Love, do you have what is on your docket for March's books? I hope that's not my name. I'm going to color in 6 of these because when I think back, that is, I kept pretty good track in my head so I could do this with you guys today. 2, 3, 5, and then 6. Perfect. Okay. Our theme this week is Lucky Charms. So once we get into the weekly, you'll see how we're going to incorporate that. Now today, I've only drinking 8 ounces, so I can only do 1. Plenty of coffee has been consumed, but not enough water yet. Now I'm not going to do the fitness yet. You were medicated when you voted. You chose the one holding still. What does that mean? Oh, that's amazing. Wow, there was a super bloom of wildflowers, so you had to sit in the poppy field. That sounds so rejuvenating. My weekend was incredible. I went skiing. I had the best time, filled with so much laughter and joy, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. Oh, I see. So did you vote for, wait, Jenna, did you vote for Maggie Moves On, that one? And then for our daily routine, I actually did my skincare routine yesterday and I read. And then because it was Sunday, I didn't feel the need to plan the day. It was very low key. I was very tired. So today I planned the day. I did my skincare and I'll read again tonight. So I'll come back tomorrow morning and fill that in. Yes, you are recovering, Angela. Are you feeling any better? And then I'm excited because I can do all 3 of these. I know I'll read tonight, but I'll come back tomorrow morning just to be on the safe side. Great. And then I was showing you all an example of how to fill out your mood. So we did give some examples for the first and the second. So now, good morning, Lisa. Now we're going to dive into our weeklies. I like to take a look at the monthly schedule first, just to remind myself of what's going on this week. And we will start with our goal planning. Getting over COVID, strep. Oh my goodness, Angela. Yikes. You are going through it right now. Spooky said I did nothing because the puppy, which made you feel unproductive. Okay, but the puppy in itself is productive. So I think that is totally okay. You got to do what you got to do. You think I hit the thriller one? That's the one I wanted. But okay, yes. I don't remember which one exactly, but I'm glad that the one that you wanted won. That's the best. Okay, so we talked a little bit last week during the plan with me / monthly reflection about how we wanted to try in March new planning strategies. So what we are focusing on today is something that we're going to call the 60-40 method. It's this idea that we are going to plan 60%, live 40%, meaning we are going to set up our planner still using our theme of Lucky Charms. So I gathered this inspo pick. But we're going to focus on planning out things that are set in stone, things that we don't want to forget, but leaving 40% to fill out throughout the week. So for whatever life gives us. So we're going to start off with taking a look at our pathways. I love to add color. That's just what I do. I'm also just going to pin this planner for a second, the one that we're going to be using. And we are going to keep that color. So we're going to start by carrying over our personal development pathway because that is one I know we want to do. So this week's pathway focus. However, this is part of the 60-40, good morning, Cindy, where we are going to categorize each pathway based off of a Lucky Charm cereal icon. So for personal development, I think it would be cute if we did the blue moon. So I'm going to draw a little blue moon. Renee, love that planning style. One of my New Year's goals was to be more flexible, and that fits so well. Perfect. It was meant to be. For this, I'm going to actually stick with a pen just because I don't want it to take up too much space. So I'm going to grab this blue pen. And I'm going to draw first a blue moon, just keeping it kind of small. And I'm just going to write, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it color-coded too or just really, oh my gosh, yes, full moon this week. Or write them each in black and then let the color do the work. That's what I think would be really interesting. Perfect, Lisa. Wait, I'm so glad, you guys. This works out so nicely then. So I'm going to write personal development. So this is our weekly plan with me using the Defined Planner. We do this every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we go over how to set up your weekly planner spread. We always do it based off of a theme that is voted for on Fridays in our TikTok stories. This week's theme is Lucky Charms. And this week we are focusing on how we can plan while leaving enough space for what life has in store. Now, Rachel said that she's never heard of this type of planning and she's intrigued. So I am calling it the 60-40. I don't know if that would be the exact, if you were to look it up and really align with it, but I liked this concept because I thought it explained what I wanted to do this week really well. So we're going to start by flipping back to our monthly calendar, and we're going to see what our personal development goals were. Now, what we did was we did it by color, so I can see that this dark green is our personal development goal. And Our umbrella goal was to continue creative hobbies, so that's the first one. And to do that this month, we wanted to work with more polymer clay and finish our paint kit. This week, I really want to work on my paint kit and try to finish it up. So, hey, Mardella, just during the live, I've been using this planner for the first time. Well, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. This week, we are trying something new. Okay. We are going to, so what we always do is we always vote on a theme. Every Friday in our TikTok stories, I let you guys vote for between two options. This week, it's Lucky Charm, the cereal. And just to reiterate, our goal this week is to focus on how we can schedule in the week while leaving enough room to plan. So we're calling it the 60-40 method. You plan for 60%, you live the 40%. So you plan while leaving enough flexibility. By starting off with our goals, we're going to carry over, finish our paint kit, and read/finish 5 books. And making doodles makes you use your planner more, 100%. It's such a fun way to spice it up. Also, good morning, Nakia. And Mardella, if you ever have any questions or if there's anything you're looking for, just let me know. These are always uploaded to the tube afterwards, so you can always go back and watch. So we're going to start with our monthly action item. And again, I'm going to do the blue moon here. It's not perfect. We always get better with the drawing afterwards, I feel. I'm going to stick with the Pilot G2 pen just so it's not taking up too much space. And then what we're going to do, also stickers are a good way to spice it up too because doodles are hard. Absolutely, Cindy. Such a good point. And just so it's clear where we're pulling from, we're going to start with finish the paint kit. I did. I chose 3 umbrella goals this month. I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to keep the 2 that we were working with and add in. So we are focusing on 3 pathways while doing actually technically 4 umbrella goals. I've never done that before, so I thought this would be a good month to try it. We are not going to be focusing on every single umbrella goal every week, though. That's important to keep in mind because, for instance, fitness, I was thinking that we would add that in next week. I'm not quite ready. I'm still a little sore from skiing, and I'm like, maybe today's not the day. So we're going to focus on these 3 first. It is ambitious. I'm excited to see where it takes us, trying it new. So then what we're going to do is break this down. Now, in order to finish, hey, Christy, to finish my paint kit, I was thinking that I will need 3 to 4 sessions of designated painting time. So for this, I'm also just going to draw the blue moon here. Yes, it is up, Jenna. That is all up on the tube. So I just like to reiterate that the blue moon is going to connect to our paint kit goal in personal development. So I'm going to write schedule 3 paint sessions. Maybe 4, but I'm hoping 3. Okay. Hey, Casey. Now, we are going to take a look back. You can stop there. You can say, is this the goal that I want to focus on this week, or do I want to add? I'm going to choose to add. So I have an umbrella goal this year of reading 30 books, and I've weirdly started like 3 books, but I haven't finished them. And so my goal this month is to finish those books because it won't take me too long, as well as finishing 2 more. That might be too ambitious. It might just be 4 books, but we're going to see what we can do. I wanted to set this goal for more because I'm excited to push myself in March. I feel like this is going to be a big goal month for us. So I'm going to carry over read/finish 5 books. Now, I am going back and forth with whether or not I want to keep this as the blue moon, or if that might make it a little bit confusing. So what we are going to do is I would rather add in no, I think we should keep it because it is the same pattern. No, we're going to do it differently. So this is also going to be for personal development. However, it's a different goal. Oh, I'm so happy you did. Yes, Nikia. The winner was That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. For our second personal development goal, I wanted to take the lucky charm of the pot of gold. Hey, Katie. So I'm going to draw that up here, and I'm actually going to write personal development again. Do each of your goals have different pictures? I am going to make it so that they do. Yes, Melody. So my pot of gold for today is going to be my second personal development goal, and I'm just going to rewrite/draw it. And for this, we're going to do, it has an orange bottom. So let me just grab my orange. This should be dark enough. If it's not, we'll adjust. Okay, good. This is something new too. So sometimes I'll do it as one pathway has the same icon. Today, I really wanted to try it a little differently. So they're each going to have their own, even if it's the same pathway. If that makes sense. Okay, I'm not sure. I might have to adjust that yellow, but we're going to see. So I'm going to write personal development again. Okay. Now, good morning, Kimmy. Now what we're going to do is flip back to our monthly and see what our second personal development goal was. We just talked about this. Again, it is read/finish the 5 books. So I am going to draw right over here a little pot of gold. Again, based off of our Lucky Charms cereal theme. I might need to switch out the yellow, so I'm just going to try this other random yellow pen I have. It's a Pentel Energel. Okay, that's a little better. And I'm going to write that monthly action item. So what I want to do here is break it down and ask myself, okay, if that is my goal for the month, what am I going to do this week? One book I started recently that I want to do. So the pathway, yes, Renee, so our pathway it's from our goal planning system, and that is all in section 1 of your planner. But the pathways we have set up as part of your umbrella goal planning system to cover the different parts of your life. So career, health and wellness, fitness, personal development, relationships, and financial. So those are the main pathways, yes, that we set up for you. So what we're going to do next is I started a new book recently. It's called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. And just as another reminder, I have a list of 4 books here. These are the 4 that I wanted to finish. And then I don't know what the 5th one's going to be yet, so we'll see how this goal progresses. Because I've half started The Christmas Tree Farm, and I'm a little more than halfway through that 3rd Percy Jackson book. So I'm very excited for this goal. And then if I can get a 5th one in, I'll be extra thrilled. If it ends up being 4, I'll be very happy as well. But I'm going to try really hard to make it because I'm hoping in 1 week I could finish the Percy Jackson and the Christmas Tree Farm, because I don't like that I'm like halfway through each. Oh, and I'm so sorry. The 5th book was The Dungeon Crawl Carl. That's on audiobook. So that one I also want to finish. Yes, you are not the only one who has multiple books going. I've never really done that before. The end of 2025 was the first time I really started doing that because I'm finding that certain weeks I'm in the mood and sometimes I just want a different one. Kimmy said, I have the whole series of the Tree Farm Arthur and I've heard it's so good but have not started it yet. They are such a nice light read. This book was longer than I thought it would be. And I don't know why I didn't finish it. Oh, that's a great, Cindy, you have 4 started. Okay. Little You also has multiple books. Now you stick to 1 fiction and 1 nonfiction. That's a great idea. This week, my goal is to finish actually 2 books. I think I might have said 1, but I forgot about the audiobook. So I'm going to have it be finish Dungeon. Ooh, a mood reader. Such a mood reader. And maybe you should talk to someone. Then, again, you can always stop here, or you can even add in another pathway. There's one more I want to do because we talked a lot about this in February, and I'm really happy with all of our progress, and that is something I want to keep up. So we're going to keep the relationships pathway, which is luckily a pretty simple doodle. I'm going to pick the heart from the Lucky Charms cereal box for relationships. What is everyone's current read? What are you guys trying to finish right now? Oh, wow, this is a nice deep pink. I was not expecting that. Melody asked, would reading self-help books be under personal development or relationship pathways? Great question. It depends on what the ultimate overarching goal is. It could be also, you could do it in 2 ways. The first would be if you have a reading goal, like let's say you want to read 10 books this year, and that is why you are reading a self-help book, then that could go under your personal development. The other option would be if there's something specifically within self-help that you are trying to learn more about, you could also categorize it under either relationships or that personal development again. Does that make sense? So it ultimately comes down to that why behind your goal. And we can talk, I can help you categorize it specifically, Melody, as well. Okay. Melody said, I'm reading books about healing from my marriage breaking up. Okay. So maybe then I actually want to shift one. I'm going to throw out one different pathway, Melody, that I think might align a little more strongly, and that is health and wellness. With health and wellness, a lot of times we think of like body and yoga, but an important part of health and wellness is actually the mind as well, the mind and soul. So if you are trying to heal and understand this time of your life, this relationship, maybe it would go under health and wellness. Because to me, it does not sound like you are reading these books to reach a certain goal, right? You're not checking these off to help you reach that 20 book goal. You're reading it to really get that underlying help and understanding. So I think that would go under your health and wellness goal. And then does that make sense? Does that align with what you're Does that actually align maybe a little more? Okay, absolutely. I know I missed a few of your messages. Let me just take a moment and go back for a sec. Renee finished Big Swiss. It was a really strange read. I have never, what is that? Is that about cheese or Switzerland? You have 20 minutes left and you're bury the bones in the midnight soil. Ooh, we love a good 20 minutes left. You're going to try 3, Angela. Wow, I'm curious to see how you like it. I think you might really enjoy it. Spooky said, I thought rereading something I would love would help, but it didn't. You know what? I've actually never reread a book. Except for Percy Jackson, actually. So never mind. I have. And I don't remember any of it, so I'm really enjoying it. Kimmy's on the 3rd book of All Souls trilogy. Oh, yes. Okay, the one I wrote down. 600 pages. That is so many. Little used nonfiction is The Colting of America. Kimmy said her nonfiction is How to Break Up with Your Phone. Okay, we love that. Spooky said she wants to finally read I'm Glad My Mother R.I.P. because it's been on my shelf for years. Tell me how you like it. I keep going back and forth with that one. I could see it being a good audiobook. Rachel's current obsession is psychology. You're reading All Together You, Good Habits, Bad Habits, and Better Than Before. Wow. How do you like that book? That sounds like that's a good title right there. Oh, and Renee said it's a quirky nonfiction with dark humor. That's not at all what I would have expected. That's so funny. Now, just to wrap up our goal setting setup, we are not going to focus on fitness this week. It's 3 books. Reading All Together, You, Good Habits. Okay, so okay, which one do you like the most? And then Melody's nonfiction is Rewritten by Emily Orta. Wow, these are we got a diverse group going on. I love that. This one, the monthly goal is for relationships is to spend time once a week to have plans with friends or family. Minimum once a week. So this week, I'm doing that on Saturday. They all have some good gems inside. That is the sign of a good book. We love a good gem. Razor Iodine Tears. Wow, I've never heard of that. That sounds serious. Is that a nonfiction book? So I need to confirm my Saturday plans. Next, what we're going to do is choose a positive affirmation for this week before diving into our setup. So what I am thinking is I wanted to grab my positive affirmation stickers. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You said it's heartbreaking. That does sound like a heartbreaking title, to be honest. I have 3 sheets in front of me: confidence, motivation, and gratitude. I'm just going to go ahead and pin these 2 so you guys know which ones I'm using. This right here. Hey, Jill. I am where I need to be right now. I really like that one. I am deserving of love and care from those around me. I respect myself. I can't wait to see them, Spooky. I am strong, confident, and motivated. Oh, that's a good one. That's it. That's the one I want. For today, you didn't miss too much. We're still just on the goals. Now we are going to add in our affirmation, which is, I am strong, confident, and motivated. Such a good one for this week. Because we're going to need that energy to reach all these goals. We're ambitious, you guys. I wanted to really challenge us all this month to see how much progress we can make. Because a lot of times, this is that time when people stop, whether they mean to or not, with their goal setting. So I want to push us to do the opposite. Jenna's affirmation is, I am resilient. Such a good one. Kimmy has a good point. She's going to need energy to make it through daylight savings this weekend. That's wild. I feel like we just flipped the clocks back. What I want us to do next is, this is how we are going to do the 60-40 planning method. Okay. We are going to start by adding in our live schedule. That way we can add around it. So for our live schedule, I thought it would be cute to do, or kind of more of a alignment, to do the rainbow, because lives bring us all joy, they connect us, and that is exactly what a rainbow is. So I'm just going to use those 3 colors. For this, we will also use, I like the idea of keeping just the Pilot 2 pens this week. So it's even easier for us to categorize, or for grouping. So pink, or would it be cute? No, take that back. We're going to do the mild liners because they're a little easier for this. And I have our zebra click art pens here. So we'll go red, yellow, blue. Perfect. So of course our first live is today. And the way I want to do it this week is keeping the icons to the left. You'll just see what I mean. So we're going to go red. They're going to be kind of small. Oh, just this week, Spooky? Or did you do it last week too? You did not do outlines. You know, now that you mention it, your flower did not have outlines. Oh, so these are our zebra click art pens. These are actually available on our www. Jenna said, hack, turn all the clocks during the day on Saturday. It rewires your thinking versus doing, I never thought of that. Okay, that's actually a really interesting twist of events there. Oh, it's making it seem more charming. That's amazing. Okay, so this is going to be our rainbow. I think with every doodle, it's going to get a little better. But I'm focusing more on the planning portion this week than the doodling portion. Oh, you do it 10 a.m. on Saturday. Wow. That's actually, I wonder if other people do that. I've never thought to do it that way. Now, I'm going to do, I think we're going to focus on black pen this week rather than too many colors. I think this will be a great way to really focus on that planning action. So for our live schedule, this right here is going to be all of the times are in Eastern, so just adjust accordingly. This is our plan with me, which we are doing right now. And then on Tuesday, we have our weekly reading sprint. Our journaling with me first. We do have our reading sprint, but before that, it's our journal with me. And in the honor of trying new things this month, oh yeah, Cindy said if I did that, you'd be an hour early to work. Also a valid point. Now, in honor of doing a little bit different this month with our planning, we're going to do something a little different with our journaling this week. I wanted to come up. Yes, Melody, they're always up on the tube. I upload them in the afternoon. So that goes across the board with all of our different lives. And if anything comes up when you're washing them, just let me know. Okay, these themes, I can't tell if these are going to look for doodles. Look like Lucky Charms, but that's okay. It's the spirit. We all know what it's there for. So we are doing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, we're mixing up our journaling a little bit. We are going to do a letter from your future self, and I'll walk you through how to do that to level it up and to give you guidance. But what I want to do is, they provide aesthetic ASMR. Okay. I did not know that. That's hilarious. I like to write it here what that theme is. Oh, I will definitely draw bold of them. You're so right. Letter to your future self. Nope, that was supposed to be from your future self. No big deal. We're just going to white it out. That's why I love a good whiteout. You can't even tell. Letter from your future self. Okay. Then every Tuesday night, I host a reading sprint from 7 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, we're going to keep it being a rainbow. And this is a great time to reach that reading goal that you have some calmness, and there's a beautiful playlist in the background throughout. So I'm going to draw the rainbow down here. Trying my best not to mix the colors. Jenna said, I'm so excited about that one. I'm hoping my appointment is over so I can be on the live. Yay! Yes, I hope so. Fingers crossed. I really hope it's done. And again, all the times you're seeing here are in Eastern. Okay. And then we have one more live for the week, and that is going to be Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We are going to be doing a 30-minute journaling sprint. So it is going to be like a reading sprint, only it is dedicated time to journal. That was an idea that Jenna had, and I thought, why not? That's such a great idea. So I'm going to add that right up here. So you see how we are adding in the doodles, sticking with that creativity, but we're also giving us enough space to plan. And we'll keep going with this. Yes, a journaling sprint. We've never done it before. Brand new idea. And it'll be a great session because you can take all that we have been learning, working on in our journaling with me's, and do it on Thursday. But this will be at 10 a.m. Eastern, just so that's clear. 30-minute journaling sprint. Your clover turned into a blob. It happens to the best of us. So those are going to be our lives for the week. Now, I wanted to do one more thing. I'm trying to, never mind. I take that back. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I like making everyone's week. That brings such joy. Now, actually, this is where I was going to say. The other thing, oh no, we are still doing a journal with me tomorrow. We're just adding it in. Our journal with me tomorrow will still be at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we will be doing a letter from your future self. We're just adding in this week. So the next thing I want to do is I want you to add in anything that is a planned event, meeting, appointment, okay, for the week. Now, I would recommend also using an icon for this to keep with that theme and that goal. If you're finding it hard to keep track of the different icons, you could use the projects box. That's what I wanted to show you next. So let's say you're like, oh, I quickly want to add in a meeting. But what is that icon? We're going to make it a gold star. Actually, let's do a clover. No, let's do a gold star. We'll stick with a gold star. We'll do the clover for something else. So I'm going to do in the projects box something a little different. I'm actually just going to white out the word projects. And I'm going to color code. So this is going to be called just our key for the week. So first, we're going to just keep with the gold portion. And again, if any questions come up, you guys, let me know. Anything you want to go over. So the blue moon is for our personal development goal. I'm just going to start by drawing the key or the icons. That way you can quickly reference whatever is going on that week. The heart. We also have the rainbow. This one we're going to make a little small to try to fit it all in. I'm also going to add in the gold star. We'll see how it, okay, the gold star. And then I'm going to add in a clover, which you'll see in a moment as to what that's going to mean. And we're going to make this clover look like the one that's actually in the box. So it's going to look like this. Okay. Then what we're going to do is just write what they mean. Personal development. I'm actually going to be extra clear. So this is going to be our creative hobby goal. This is going to be for reading time, the pot of gold. Have an amazing day, Cindy. Yes, I can't wait to see your affirmation too. The heart is going to be for relationships. The rainbow is our live schedule. Now, you haven't seen any gold stars yet, but those are going to be for, how do I want to describe that? That'll be for just like I'm going to make the stars be plans. I don't feel like I need a huge category. And then the clover is going to be for work. Okay. So then what we're going to do is start by scheduling in our plans. The reason being, it's easier to schedule in your goals around your life. If you do it the other way around, that is when goals tend to fall to the side. Because you have to do it based off of what's actually going to work, not what. Does that make sense? You change your projects the past couple of weeks. Oh, what have you been doing? Okay. I'm going to start with those plans. I don't have too many plans, to be totally clear with you guys. This week's pretty low key. It'll be a lot of work, which is great. Oh, I think this pen is going to run out of ink shortly. You are a mood projector. What does that mean? And then I'm actually going to use a gray pen because I don't need these to stand out. What's low-key life? Like, your life revolves around kids, activities, and my singing. So there's still plenty of honestly, I say low-key, and that just means it involves like less people. It's just busy. You know what I mean? So like less pre-plans and just a lot like of random to-dos happening. What is going on today with my pens? Okay. You did of the week box. Wait, what a cool idea. Book of the week, show of the week, house area of the week, etc. Wow, that's an amazing idea, Jenna. Might have to use that. Oh, mood projector doer. Mood project doer, little you said. That's what projects do you have going on right now? Steph said, I was terrible at keeping up with my planner in February. I'm dedicated to being better this month. Yes, we have so much that we do together to hold us all accountable and keep us on track. For instance, every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, we set up this weekly spread. So if you're looking for that opportunity to stay consistent, this is it. I'll have to go back and look, Jenna. I did not see that. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little star for errands night because that is also going to be something I need to make sure I do. And I'll list. Perfect. You have 2 paintings. You have a wood carving, knitting, crochet projects, and too many journals with writings and doodles. Wow, that is such a long list of projects. Wood carving, that's really cool. Oh my gosh, and a garden. Yes. And you like the key? Oh, thank you. The other thing I'm going to do this week is for a star, that can be like work meetings work we have as the clover. So star is really personal plans. This is all I have for my personal plans at the moment. But what I will do next is add in that work. So I'm going to grab the green pen that we said for the clover. And we're going to schedule in our work tasks. What I wanted to do was leave a lot of space for work so we can add in what gets done each day. So that was how I wanted to do this 60-40 method. Adding in what has to get done in terms of plans, live schedules, but also allowing space to go and track what gets done. So I'm going to challenge you to do something that I don't think we've ever really done together. And that is, I want you to leave the boxes blank. I want you to draw the clover to remind yourself that you want to write what you get done, but I want you to leave the rest of it blank. Unless you have a meeting, I'm going to challenge you with that new thing this week. Jenna does this and it's amazing. Yes, let's do this. Now, let's say here though, I want to make sure I'm ready for a meeting in the afternoon. I'm going to write that down. Because I forgot to add in a meeting. Oh no. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed Angela's comment. I was saying, oh no, to Spooky that her dog has been chewing on her chair and he wore himself out. Angela said it's going to drive me crazy leaving boxes blank and no doodles. See, that is what I want to challenge you with though, to do it throughout the week. Do you think that's something that you could do? And I'm going to add a doodle, I think, on Sunday. You'll see that, but is this like something you guys are excited about, or is it stressing you out a little bit? The reason, though, I'm drawing the clover is it gives you that little reminder to add it in. Angela said, I can try that. It's up to you. It's just something to challenge us differently this week. To go in every day and add everything you do. Jenna's excited. And you can also add in doodles throughout the week as well. One other thing I'm going to actually do, though, is separate the spaces with, let's do a little light green here. So for instance, now you can go in the Monday morning box, and I want you to write everything you've done today. Casey said, love the switch up this week. I started doing that at work with Microsoft Planner. Perfect. Yes. And now you can incorporate it into your Define Planner. Just separating off those things that we do. I don't know why this gray pen was like struggling. Okay. A little better. I think you can read that. Oh, you're so excited. Wait, okay. I'm so happy to hear all this. Now, another thing you can do is every single time you write something down, you can even draw a little clover based off of what category in your life it was. Oh, what's your affirmation, Spooky? And if you are someone who wants more color this week, you can always write in color. Jenna does a captain's log for each day on the computer, and that is a great way to add it to the planner. Ooh. So you just do you write it all down and then transfer into your planner after? Spooky, I am lucky, and the things I want and meant for me will be mine. Amazing. It's always so fun when when it matches the theme. I'm so used to writing bullets that I did write one here. I didn't really need to, but I could have just done the clover. Sometimes, those habits. Is the captain's log, though, where you just have like a little document where you write everything you've done? Okay. Thanks, Steph. Are you setting up your week with us? Getting that consistency already? Love that. Okay. Now, let's say you have a little bit of space. That's when you can always go in and add a doodle. So really taking this week as every single day, we are going to fill out our planner. I think that'll be a great way to incorporate it more naturally into your routine. So I'm going to add a little milk jar here. I think that would be a great way to show that it's a theme. And I'll add a cereal box in the Sunday. But first, we're just going to do a little milk carton. Not my best. That might not look like a milk carton, but we're going to hope for the best. Then we're just going to, here I'm going to write the, I'm going to grab the blue click art actually, color this in. Okay, not my best. Again, enjoy it. Oh, it's a house family journal. So cute. So instead of a word, Nakia asked, what is the word for journaling with me tomorrow? It's not a word. We are going to do a little concept. So tomorrow we're trying something new and we are going to focus on writing a letter from our future self. And I'll really walk it through with you all and make sure that we have that deeper why behind it. And then it looks like a dragonfly. Okay. Now, I want us to add in our goals. So first, I already know that one of my goals is going to be on Saturday. So I am going to do a little heart because this is how I connect the little pathway. And I'm going to write and then I can come back and I can write what we do. I don't quite know yet. So that is step one. Now, in order to confirm the plans, we want to set up a time that we are going to send out that text being like, hey, are we still on? So I like a good Thursday night. And so I'm going to do a little heart here as a reminder. Great. Then we can go to finish our painting kit. For this one, this is not it's giving popcorn, so I'm hoping that when I do it now, it's going to look a little clearer. I know that tonight I have oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I meant the blue moon. I'm going to do one painting session for tonight. I did one last night as well, so I can go back and add that in. Somehow oddly enough, I wasn't actually counting that as one of them, so I'm going to have to change my goal to be 4. Let's actually see. I might not be able to do 4. I'm thinking 3 is actually the perfect number. So I'm going to do it here, and I also did it last night, so we're going to add that in here as well. So I'm just going to write paint session 1. Paint session 2. And then paint session 3. And I don't know if I'll be able to, I'm really hoping I can get it done Thursday night. If I have to add in another, that is a-okay. Great. The last part of our goals that we want to add in is our reading. So I want to add in that I am actually going to stack my goals. And during some of this paint session, I'll listen to my audiobook. So we're going to do it this way. I want this to be a little rounded so it looks more like a pot of gold. because that habit stacking is when you take something that you are already doing and adding another goal to it. So why not stack our goal? And it doesn't have to be the entire time. Like, let's say, because I wanted to catch up on some of my Bravo shows and I like doing that while I paint. I'm going to listen for 30 minutes or 20 minutes minimum. And I'm going to abbreviate my book because I don't want to keep writing it all out. It's very long. So we're just going to write DDC 20 minutes. And then you can put on your show. But that way you are making progress at the same time. The other thing is I really like to read before bed. So I'm going to read Maybe You Should Talk to Someone while in bed. And again, I'm going to abbreviate because these are quite long names. Maybe you should talk to someone in bed. Great. For that, I'm not going to do a time limit just because who knows, like sometimes you can't control always when you fall asleep. I might have to change this one. I don't like using a pen for the yellow. I might have to switch it up, but we'll see. I kind of wish I did the highlighter. Let me just see how this would look. Okay, we can just do that. I don't think it'll be a big difference. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to mark off that I want to do this every night before bed. First, during my reading sprint, actually, this is a good stacking up point. I wish I didn't put that there. I could write it out. I don't really need to. I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to draw a little arrow. Because during the reading sprint, I'm going to read that book. So is this making sense as to how this week we are really trying a new strategy of less doodling, more color coding through our doodles, and that planning living method? Then I don't know if I'm going to have time on Wednesday. Oh, yay. I can't wait to see it, Spooky. Thank you. So I'm hoping that Thursday night and Friday night I can really finish them. Steph said it's not as, quote, pretty, but it's much more functional. Yes, that is what I was trying to go for this week. There is definitely a way that you can make it super pretty. I think this theme is a little trickier because we are focusing more on the Lucky Charms cereal icon and saving space. So maybe we could maybe make a way to give it that pretty aesthetic that you're looking for. And actually, let's talk about how we can do that in a moment. I take that back. We can totally make it still pretty. Give me 1 second to do that. Okay, kind of looks like popcorn. That's fine. It actually intimidates you. Okay, so you like this approach. Well, I'm actually so happy to hear that then. And then again, adding it on Friday night. And then I'm going to actually write a little goal here of finish. Maybe you should talk to someone. Because that would be how we reach the goal. Then what we're going to do is I wanted to add in our to-dos, our work reminders, and our personal reminders. That right there will help us to narrow in on what has to get done this week. So I, for my to-dos, always like to do a red pen. It really keeps things more urgent, and that's what a to-do list is all about. So, to-dos, think of these as what has to get done this week. You can't carry them over any longer. Now, as I'm doing this, one of my things is order clay. I need to write a time that I'm just going to say I need to order my clay because I keep putting it off. So for this, let's see, what do we want this one to be? What if we did a lucky horseshoe? Let's do a little horseshoe. Oops. And I'm going to grab, I think I have a purple stapler pen. There it is. So I'm going to do that this afternoon. I'm just going to sit down and do it. Wait, this horseshoe's so cute. Perfect. So that way we're scheduling in the to-do rather than just hoping that it gets done. The other thing I want to do is actually try something different. Oh, thank you, Spooky. I normally don't write in, if I have a goal, I don't write it in my to-dos, but I actually want to try it this week and see how it goes. So I'm going to write in, finish the books and finish my painting. I want to see if that helps even more. Then what we're going to do is taking any color you want. It can fit with the theme. I'm going to do a green Pilot G2 pen. We're going to add in any work reminders. So things that you don't want to forget, less urgent, but you don't want to forget them. And same for personal reminders. Great. Another thing you could do is in your personal reminders, in your projects box, wherever you have space, you could actually write your daily routine tracker. That's always another option. You could do that in the Sunday morning box. Okay. I just wanted to add one more clover here. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's add in a reminder to check them off. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to write the reading goal because we are naturally doing that through our goals, but let's do skincare routine and plan the day. So for this, we can actually do it with a spoon. So it'll look like the theme again, or a glass of milk. Maybe we do a glass of milk. And then I'm going to do a bowl of cereal here. So I'm just going to draw a little glass of milk. And then I would say not my best work, you guys, with the doodle this week because I'm not prioritizing it. But that's okay. I'm trying. I don't know why it's looking so weird. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. what I want to do is I'm going to write just a little, like, we're going to do it in green just so it looks different. We'll do it in the light Pilot G2 again. No, actually, we should do it in personal reminders, this green. So, daily reminder. It's whimsical. Thanks, Jenna. Skincare and plan the day. Perfect. Then what we're going to do is write, or in this box, I want to draw a little bowl of cereal. We are just full sending it this week. I'm not even going to grab my pencil. I just want to try it and hope it works. Okay. Whimsical is such a cute word. For the actual little cereal pieces, we're going to do it this, ooh, wrong end of the cap there. We're going to do, because there's a lot of different shapes, so we're going to start by doing, you know how there's like some, like more, just like less, they're not all colorful. Let's just start by doing some of those here. Kind of more just filling the space. Then we're going to add in the little cereal pieces. And I'm actually going to do it. There's like a little hat one. So we're going to do that with the little charm in it. I don't know if the charm's going to show, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, and we can do 2 of those. So let me actually go like this. This will be a little clover, and then we'll do the hat around it. It doesn't need to be to scale. Just like that. And then I'll add in a few more, but I wanted to color in the bowl so it wasn't just a white bowl. And yours might be. It could be white. Doesn't matter. And then we're also going to add in a little star here. Okay, just one though, because yellow won't show as much. And then this is a great opportunity to add in any of the little lucky charms that we didn't add to our weekly. Like there's a balloon. So maybe you go ahead and you add a little balloon. You can add more horseshoes because those are so cute. And I really like that, how they came out. And then you can even add a little silver spoon. Okay. And I'm just going to write, it's making you want a bowl of cereal. Have the bowl of cereal. And then I'm going to draw with, I'm going to grab my green Stapler pen. And I'm going to write. Let me see. What do I want to write? I create my own luck. We're going to write that. Oh, I have a cute idea. We're going to do the little luck as a horseshoe. Okay. Then we'll meal plan. Oh my gosh. Jenna texted her husband, please stop after work and pick up some Lucky Charms. Yes. Yes is the only answer. And then he said, absolutely. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Okay. So you guys, I know it's a little different than what we normally do. Oh my gosh. Your husband said maybe if I put, oh no, I combined the two. You said maybe if I put them with almond milk, the sugar won't count as much. I know it's different than what we normally do, but I'm so glad that we got to try something different this week. And it's going to look very different from when you first do it to when you stop doing it. There's one more thing I actually wanted to add. So I always ask that on a weekly basis, that if you guys could try to submit your Define weekly planner spreads by noon Eastern, that would be amazing. That way it'll make it into that week's planner submissions video. If you send it after, I'll just do it in the following week. So that is a great way to share what you create with the community. And oh my gosh, you're so good, Jenna. Hey, whenever you send it, I just end up putting them in that week's video. Kimmy said, I love this layout. Actually, it's challenging yourself to be different and think outside the box. Exactly. Think about the cereal box. Think outside the cereal box, excuse me. So it'll be really interesting to see how these start versus how they finish. If anyone ever wants to send me a before and after, feel free. And that is a wrap on this week's Plan With Me session. Thank you all for showing up today. And as always, keep navigating each day with purpose. I will have this on the tube this afternoon. Have an amazing day, you guys.